And not those of the hosts, this station, media platforms, or its management. The Hemp Polka Show is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Any information related to CBD products provided during the show is not intended to treat, diagnose, and/or claim any cure of the disease or any medical condition. Before using CBD products, Chris and Jean recommend advice from a medical professional. Keep all CBD products away from children. Women who are breastfeeding, pregnant, or trying should not take CBD or hemp products unless recommended by your medical professional. Hemp-focused products are not medicine and not required to have a medical card or prescription. They do not diagnose, cure, or prevent illness or disease. You must be 18 years or older to purchase products from Hemp Polka.
Welcome to the Hemp Polka Show, downtown Delray.
Yes.
Nice sunny Florida. Welcome, Chris.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Another beautiful day here.
Yes. How was your Easter?
It's very good. Got to spend it with my little one.
Oh, how is she doing?
She's good. Love you, Ariana. Love my daughter. She's beautiful.
She's a beautiful girl.
She is going on 10, but she's 3 years old.
Oh, really? She's
Just
got
heard
you
that-
wrapped around her fingers, hasn't she?
Just tells me what to do. But when I was driving, we were going to have dinner, and she's playing with little toys and stuff. Just out of the blue, she's like, "Daddy, I'm so proud of you."
Oh.
Just out of the blue. I'm like, "What are you proud of?" So I'm just
That's
proud
nice.
of you.
But
That's
proud
nice.
for what? Was she
I
proud
have
of
no
you for?
idea. But she
Your
just
dad
comes
is
out with.
No, this is nice. Nice.
But when I do, what about you? How was yours? How was your weekend?
It was
and
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the kids,
Mm-hmm.
but they're always busy because they're all grown. They're not 3 years old anymore, so
I know.
they have their own life. But they're good. So,
Alright, so
there was a
the,
nice show last week, right? With
oh
John
my
Binford.
gosh.
John, shout
Yeah.
out to you.
Yeah, thanks,
Great
John.
show.
It was great,
John,
fantastic.
yes. John Binford Fitness. Check him out. JohnBinfordFitness.com. Great.
And all the social media.
All of social
He's
media.
all up on social media. He's updated.
You
He's
find him on
Facebook and-
Facebook and
yeah.
Instagram. He's doing all of these I don't know what they call. They're like little
30-second type
30 seconds
workouts,
a minute
right?
workouts, right? Check
Yeah.
him out on there.
No, he's great. It's great. And we're very fortunate today. We have one of our special sponsors in the house.
Yes.
So
yes.
Mr. Andy Davis from ExperienceTravel.com, co-owner. So we're looking
Welcome,
forward to
welcome.
bringing him on the set at the second segment. So after our first break, we'll be bringing him
Yes.
on. And we appreciate his support so much. And without him and other sponsors, we wouldn't be able to
Be here.
continue.
Right.
So
Thank
we
you
really
very
appreciate
much.
it, Andy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so shout out on the Ricka Project.
Yes. Jesse, long time no see. Where are you? You're probably busy, touring around the world. Country first anyways. But that was the Ricka Project that you hear on the beginning of the intro of our show. The Ricka Project band.com. That's where you can reach them and see their schedule. Also their album, Jazz for the Beer Drinkers, first album. Very good album.
Fantastic.
Check
We're going to get
them
them
out.
back. Next month, we got to work on getting them back in here to play live.
Absolutely.
They're
see where they are. If they're in
fantastic.
town, we'll have
Yeah.
to get them
We'll-
back here.
We'll go
Absolutely.
and kidnap them.
Yeah. Well, last week we had, where we left off about the opioids epidemic that we promised the viewers that we're going to touch
Right.
base on
Right.
more into.
Right. Gene and I decided that, because the CBD products in general are helping with a lot of different symptoms, but we're going to focus on trying to slow down and whatever we can do the opioid epidemic. We're learning more and more every day with research that we do how the CBD products are kind of acting as an alternative to a lot of people taking on these opioids. And we're going to talk about opioids, and the statistics are horrible. You will not believe what the information we're finding, what's out there. that's the thing, right? The only way you're going to find this information is if you research. You don't hear it on the news.
No,
the pharmaceutical companies are not going to make sure it's blasted out there. You have to do your due diligence to find out what's going on with the opioids. And these people that are in the labs that are making these crap products that are literally killing people or transitioning them into addictions. So we are going to ride full force on getting this, not only speak about hemp okra, but CBD as in general, because we want to bring awareness to you guys, consumers, about what, before you go to the drugstore and fill that prescription of an opioid, you've got to learn about CBD.
Of course, always, consult with your medical profession before you take.
Right. Well, if they're going to consult their medical profession about taking a drug that can kill them, they can read and research and have peace of mind that they can obviously.
There's other alternatives.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This is dietary supplements that we're talking
and
about.
And also, if you guys like to call in, ask questions, or chime in on what we're talking about, you can call us here at 888-994-4995. Or if you want to go online to research about our products, there's a lot of educational information on there. That's www.hempoka.com, or you can call us at 561-330-5655.
Great. And I want to touch on what you've been, we're almost done, well, you, you created the design of the new no THC line called Balanced Sport.
The labels, the design.
Kudos to you. I know you've been working around the clock practically. We're almost done launching this. This is an incredible product. We say no THC. There's no such thing really, but we say it because it's okay to say it. What that means is that our THC level on these products do not exceed 0.01%. And why don't you touch on the reason why we came out with these products? Well, what demographics and...
Well, I guess as we started on journey with hemp okra CBD, that has the regulated amount of 0.3% THC. We were finding out that there's a lot of people that are still skeptical and has a lot of stigma around that because the THC, it will show up on a drug test. So Chris and I have been talking about, we have to find a solution. So Chris did a lot of research and came out with a THC line. So
no THC.
Sorry, no
okay.
THC.
No
line.
THC. That's all good. There's so many products out there, so you get to.
Called Balanced Sport. So we came up with the name, and now we are in the packaging stage.
Yeah.
And we've just almost finalized with our labels, getting to production. I think probably within the next two to 3 weeks.
Yeah, I say less than a month, right? I think in less than a month now.
So that will be coming out. That you can check that out on hempoka.com. There's hemp okra line with that 0.3% THC. That is the regulated amount. Then we have the Balanced Sport line with no THC. That is 0.01%.
Right. I'm excited because we're focusing. The reason why we're launching this line is to focus on the public services, police, law enforcement, medical, fire, or people who are in positions where they take random drug tests. The stigma. There's still a lot of people out there that when they hear CBD, THC, they think it's a drug. Well, we're into marijuana. It's not. And also the athletic industry. Hemp okra is pushing hard on getting products in the athletic industry. We know it's coming soon. It could be next year, the end of this year. That the regulation in the athletic industry is going to be where you can take CBD, but you have to take it with the no THC product.
Right. There is a lot of skepticism out there, even in words. Well, we had a meeting with what's the gentleman from 4 Kids?
Tom.
Tom, yeah, who was speaking about how he was in, he knows a little bit about the industry. He knows some people in the NFL industry that they are talking about CBD, and there's still stigmas.
Right.
So we had
Right.
talks about our
And then we had another
balance.
a meeting last week with Omar, who kind of confirmed that, because he was more in depth on the different types of athletic teams, and that that and today they're taking marijuana. Like a lot of the players are taking marijuana.
With
and now that there's an alternative, they're looking into possibly the teammates focusing on the alternative or the no THC line, and still getting the same effect. It's just you're not getting a high.
Right. And did you know that kids these days,
Views and opinions.
when we went to that 4Kids charity back a couple weeks ago, they're talking about kids having PSTD worse than a football player or a veteran, because of the trauma that they've gone through in childhood. You're talking about from ages from 9 to 12.
Right.
I mean,
No, my father from being in the military has PTSD, and we're so focused on hearing about PTSD with military, veterans, but we don't realize that young adults and children also are experiencing that, or anxiety, depression, but to your point, when we're in discussions with that charity, and we hope one day we'll be able to partner and work with them.
Right.
But because of the industry and the lack of regulations and stuff, we're taking one step at a time. We appreciate the people at 4Kids and giving us the opportunity to do a presentation, to bring awareness, to discuss our products, discuss more about CBD, and we'll just see where it goes from there.
Yes.
So, right?
Yes.
So we're looking forward to that. But listen, the audience is growing. We always do a shout out and a thank you to our producers, Dawn and Freddie from the Brooklyn Cafe. We love you guys very
Dawn,
much.
trying all these beautiful
You guys,
dresses.
you're always supporting us and taking us to different places on location. We appreciate it very much, and we're blessed to grow with you. So thank you very much. You got to watch Dawn and Freddie, the Brooklyn Cafe, every day from 12 to 2 on WWNN. Right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I got a question.
Yes.
I noticed that the other day we were on a shoot at the ring, the boxing ring.
The Delray boxing.
And I noticed today the same thing happens. It looks like wherever you guys go, more and more people and kids, they want to get kids involved in doing this for anxiety, I think. It's more and more courses.
It is.
I got a lot of emails, I got a lot of texts about, Freddie, is it a smart idea to introduce them to people looking to help children? Now, I know in South America they do a lot of work with CBD for anxiety. It's actually in the hospitals down there. It's just something here in the States, they don't know how to approach this psychologically.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about your experience on people coming to you and saying, listen, we want to help children? You're talking to somebody today, one of the biggest in the homeless children game.
Right.
Because
Yes.
the psychology. I mean, think about the pressure these kids are going on.
Absolutely.
Getting out of their cars.
Right.
Did you know, Freddie, that doctors will recommend or prescribe hemp products or hemp CBD no THC to women that are pregnant because it helps with brain performance development. It helps the woman, as far as their comfort, what have you. Things like this are coming out now, because it seems like anything that's good for you or natural, it just, for some reason, you're just like finding a needle in the haystack. You got to research for this stuff. Why? But there's opioid commercial drugs, Tylenol, all this other crap all over the place. So with the children, there's not a lot of data that focuses on anyone under the age of 18. That's why you see that you can't buy our products, and the other CBD companies will have that disclaimer: you got to be 18 and older. Yes, a parent or someone of an adult that has a child can consent and give permission for their child, but they always recommend consulting through their doctor, medical professional.
Yes.
But we are so confident that our products can help with children with those types of symptoms, like anxiety and stress. And
what about the product you're going to come out that has no THC at all? Is that going to be something that was beneficial?
For sure.
Have the
Absolutely.
effects for anxiety and stress?
Absolutely.
It still does.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. You'll have, I mean, it's the same full spectrum, high quality hemp oil. It's just the only difference is the THC level, which is
Right.
0.01%, which
Right.
is like almost nothing. But with that low amount of THC, you will still have the benefit.
Right. It may, like, remember, the THC part tackles more of the anxiety and the stress and the sleep, you know, those type of symptoms.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So,
we can talk more about that when we come right back after our break. And
especially
we will have
today.
Mr.
No interruption in our sponsorships because we have one in the house today.
Yes.
Andy Davis.
Andy Davis with Experian Travel. We'll be right
Co-owner.
back.
We'll be right back. Thank you.
Experian Travel, a subsidiary of Cruise Planners Travel Advisor, is merely a selling agency and makes no warranty expressed or implied. Each cruise planners is individually owned and operated. Experian Travels and Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and a very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. Our travel advisors will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. We specialize in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation just for you. The material presented in this commercial is provided for informational purposes only and is based upon information that is considered to be reliable. This material is not intended as an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security or other financial instrument. Securities or other financial instruments mentioned in this material are not suitable for all investors. Any opinions expressed herein are given in good faith, are subject to change without notice, and are only intended at the moment of their issue as conditions quickly change. Phil, a regular guest on Bloomberg Canada's Money Talk, with a recent public platform average of over 100% annual gain, said, "Don't gamble with your investments. Be the house, not the gambler." At philstockworld.com, a top stock market investment site in the U.S. and ranked most influential stock market professional with almost 500,000 Twitter followers. Visit www.philstockworld.com for more information.
Welcome back to the Hemp Show, live over in Delray Beach, Florida. It's a beautiful day. We are back. We were just talking about our mission, and that is to end or slow down whatever we can do the opioid epidemic. And we're going to touch on that later on in the show. But we are very, very fortunate to have Mr. Andy Davis in the house from Experian Travel, a co-owner. He's also one of our sponsors. So first, thank you very much, Andy, for believing in us, supporting us, and being one of our sponsors. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be
Thank you.
here.
Pleasure. Yes, it's all ours.
I'm excited. I hope
Yes.
I don't get too ramped up. You may have to calm me down a little bit.
No,
I'm
yeah.
very passionate about travel.
You don't. I don't know if there's any.
Don't write it up to him because Phil will be very jealous of you.
My brother and my partner. Yeah,
Yes.
And what better state to be in
Right?
to be a co-owner of a travel agency?
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
God.
I know.
No.
It's kind of like a
Seems like a
dream
fun-
come true.
right?
Yeah. So before we start, can I give you a little testimonial about
Yeah,
CBD?
really,
Please.
yes.
So this
Okay.
is totally not pre-planned, although it'll seem pre-planned, but it's
Yeah,
not.
of course.
Today, I was actually on my Facebook right before I came here, and a very good friend of mine who I've known for many years, she's very much into holistic medicine and all natural, and she's completely organic in her house.
Right.
Unfortunately, she lost her father about a month ago, maybe a month and a half. They were a very close family. The mother had a very difficult time.
Right.
And she hasn't been well for many, many months. She's on 3 or 4 different pain medications.
Oh.
So she moved in with my friend, with her daughter, who's this holistic health person. And she just gave a glowing testimonial today. Apparently she uses CBD oil. She got her completely off of all pain medication. Her mind is clear.
Wow.
And now for the first time she's able to go back home and live on her own.
Wow.
There you go.
I thought that was
There
pretty
you go.
cool.
That's a great testimony right there.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's huge.
That's what it's all
for-
about.
Right.
Yeah, that's another example of what we're trying to do in this industry is to get people off of taking pain meds and the opioids.
Right. And this opioid epidemic, I mean, it's
Yeah.
happening all around the world, but we got to focus on homeland here first.
Exactly.
For sure. So tell us about Experian Travel. How did you start it? And just take it away.
Well, it's a long time coming. I remember about 10 years ago, I went to a seminar of franchises and was kind of, this piqued my interest. It's Cruise Planners is the name of the franchise, and we buy into the franchise. So 10 years ago, and you know, I went to the show and I listened to what they had to say, and I came back all excited. I was married at the time, and my wife didn't share my excitement. So we put it on hold.
That's why she shared wife.
We put it on hold. I revisited it, and what I really got excited about was the same person who was talking about it 10 years ago was still very much involved at a high senior level. And I said, okay, well, they've been around for 25 years. We just plugged in, and what I love about Cruise Planners, again, that's the...
Views and opinions expressed on the Hemp Boca Show are those of the guests and audience, and not those of the host.
They can handle any kind of travel. I almost don't love the name Cruise Planners. That's why we gave ourselves a unique name of ExperienTravel.com.
That's more of a luxury.
Well, that's exactly what we're going to be focusing on.
It's more than cruising, though. It can, you know.
Right. That's the point. Right.
Yeah.
The Cruise Planners thing is just a name. They handle land and sea and rail and things you can't even imagine. So, what my brother Phil and I really liked is that we have the ability to kind of make people's wildest dreams come true. Anything that somebody can think of in travel, that we can make it happen.
Wow, that's great. International, right? Everywhere.
Oh yeah, all around the
Domestic,
world.
international, all around the world.
Yeah, and when it comes to cruises, what Cruise Planners does, which is what I like about this franchise, if you're into cruising, they actually book over 100 cabins on every single cruise for the following year. So that gives everybody who's interested a group rate. Right up front. And again, if you go to the website on ExperienTravel.com, you'll see all the travel deals and cruise deals listed there. And, you know, aside from people wanting to just call a cruise line and book a cabin, which may or may not have a view, which may be in the bow of the ship where the anchor comes down in the middle of the morning.
So have you gone on cruises?
Oh, yeah. Well, I started off life as an entertainer, actually. So funny you ask. Yeah, I actually...
You have to dig a little deeper.
No, I actually worked on a cruise ship for 3.5 years as a featured singer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got my love for cruising early on, but also as a crew member, I know all the ins and outs of where the best parts of the ship are to stay, you know, where you're not going to get any sleep,
Right.
you know, where your cabin is going to be looking out to a lifeboat, you know.
You may not want to book a travel through, you may want to book a travel with you.
That's an extra fee, but that's okay.
You can do a group, want to do group planning.
Absolutely.
Where you're the leader.
Well, groups is another thing that we specialize in. Like I said, you know, I would encourage people who want to go on a weekend cruise, you know, like on a Carnival or Royal Caribbean, you can go online to our website and pretty much book that yourself.
Right.
But there's lots of destination events happening, weddings, bar mitzvahs at sea, you know, I've heard just about anything, where you're going to need 50 to 100 cabins, and that's kind of our specialty when it comes to cruises.
Okay.
That's your niche then, more of a
That's
group,
our niche thing, where you just give us names.
Yeah.
We arrange the cruise, we arrange all the travel in between, and you don't have to do anything. So, you know, if you're a bride, imagine your little CBD oil, a little bit of us taking care of your trip, you have no stress.
Well, the bath bombs in every cabin.
Collaborate on that.
Oh, we're going to have to talk about that.
The bath bombs in every cabin.
Yeah, we need gift bags for sure.
So what I know, I'm sure there's a lot of travel agencies out there. There's hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yep.
What sets you apart? What do you think that sets you apart from other travel agencies? Why would I want to use you?
It's going to be all about that concierge VIP
personal service
that you get, where literally, you know, once you're, you know, I hate to get into the logistics, but you know, of course you have to give a credit card to a company you're doing business with when they're booking travel, but much like the partnership also with American Express, is that on that sleeve?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It's right here.
They are a representative of American Express Travel as well, so you get that extra level. You know, if you're a Centurion card member, you have access to things that, you know, the normal traveler doesn't have. But with this franchise being a partner with American Express, you get those same benefits without having to have that exclusive card that I think you have to have like $1 million in the bank for.
Nice.
But so anyway, it's the hand holding, it's the doing everything for you. you know, I've booked cruises in the past before I was in the business,
Right.
even after working on a cruise ship, and you know, there's
You
a lot of
know,
logistics
right.
involved, you know, and especially if you're dealing with more than just one family, and you're trying to get two families together and agree, and so it's everything from your transfers to and from the ship, the excursions, the dining on board, what time should you have dinner, freestyle dining, all these choices that are available there now, and so much more. So
someone
Wow,
could,
sounds-
you know, someone has like a group of 50 or so people. They can literally just say, okay, here are the names of the 50 people, all their contact information. This is what we want to do. And you guys literally put the entire travel plan together.
yeah, and through the website, which is really great, we can just create the group. So all you'd have to do is then go to experientravel.com, click on the group, and then each individual party member who's going to this event can just put themselves in the program themselves.
Oh, it's kind of
That's
like
Like
what was
yeah,
that?
like a-
Registering
at a-
for a baby
Exactly.
shower or
yeah,
a wedding.
like a registry.
Registering.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's interesting.
that's very good.
Yep.
'Cause, well, you wouldn't have any need for my service because I don't go on ships.
Oh, why?
I don't. Just a bad experience
Yeah,
from
well.
youth. So I don't go on the water.
Oh, I'm
In
sorry.
a ship.
Okay. All right. Well, the good thing
No,
is
but I will fly there.
There's land.
we'll meet you there.
I'll meet you there. I'll get there before you.
Okay.
But
So-
you can take care of that, right?
Oh, 100%. Yes, yes.
So it's not just cruises.
No.
Or
Land,
from
all
everything.
inclusive resorts.
So what types of specials would you normally?
So I mean,
Depending on the
I
year,
knew
I'm
you were going to
sure,
ask
right?
me this today.
Yeah.
So you have to. I hope you can appreciate that every day there's new specials.
That's
So
that,
literally,
yeah.
yeah.
Every
I
day.
picked out a couple of things that I really liked.
Oh, let's hear them.
One is MSC Cruises, which is it's online with like a Royal Caribbean, where it's very family friendly, but at the same time it's a European feel because it's a Italian cruise line. So it has that European
Up
kind
your
of
alley,
mystique.
Chris.
Maybe a little. It feels a little high
Those
end.
Italians.
You don't know anything about that.
No, not that I don't know anything about that. Not at all.
It feels a little bit high end. This is a new ship that came out in December of 17. Just started
it's
cruising the
very cool.
Caribbean. It's brand new. It is humongous, but not overly crowded. I think they have about 2,500 passengers on this really big ship. It's over 1,000 feet long.
Wow.
And the design is like nothing you've ever seen before. It's designed to make you feel like you're constantly on the sea, where some cruise ships, you know, you can go to any casino or go to the disco or any dining room and sometimes everything is enclosed. This has almost views from everywhere you look.
Oh,
They actually
wow.
call the ship the MSC Seaside. And they're
Okay.
sailing from Miami for 7 nights, Eastern Caribbean. And what I really like is it's balconies only.
Oh,
And it's
nice.
$1,100 per person for really a luxurious cruise is a good deal.
That's not a
That's
bad
very
price.
good.
That's very good.
And
'Cause
well, with a cabin, I mean a balcony.
A balcony.
balcony cabin.
Right.
And it's like one-stop shop. All you do is just go take your luggage, drop off your luggage,
Yeah.
and you're done.
Exactly.
That's what I hear.
Now that's a great price.
No, it is a great price.
And again,
So-
like we also deal in luxuries. So there's another cruise line called Regent Seven Seas, which is offering an 11-night Mediterranean. Now,
Ooh.
I didn't want to necessarily talk about the price of this one because if you have to ask sometimes, you know
may
how
not-
that
right.
goes, right?
Sure.
So,
course.
this is a Monte Carlo to Venice cruise.
Oh.
But they are inclusive, so that means that anything you want to eat, any excursion you take, everything is included, which is really nice. That's unusual
Yes.
for cruise lines, and they're smaller ships.
So how can they get a hold of you to book?
They get a hold of us going to experientravel.com. They can call me directly at could I give the number?
Yes, of course.
At 561-501-6196.
Awesome.
That's great.
It's a great website, by the way. It's very user friendly. I was playing with it a little bit ago,
It is.
and there's a lot of information on there. Got a nice, handsome picture of this guy next to me.
It was Photoshop.
That's Andy
Nice.
Davis, experientravel.com. one of the co-owners, again, one of our sponsors. Thank you again for your support. We're so glad to have you.
Yes.
We're going to be going to a break, and the Hemp Boca Show live, Delray Beach. We're on 1440 North Federal. If you're driving by, please stop in. We have a few chairs here. More than happy to come by and sit down. We'll hand you the microphone. We got an open door.
So if you'd like to call
policy.
in,
Yep.
we can call in studio here at 888-994-4995. Or if you'd like to go on our website, just take a look at our products, or just to learn and read about all the education that we have on there. Let's go online, hempboca.com. And we'll be right back.
Experian Travel, a subsidiary of Cruise Planners Travel Advisor, is merely a selling agency and makes no warranty expressed or implied. Each Cruise Planners is individually owned and operated. Experian Travels and Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and a very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. Our travel advisors will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. We specialize in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation just for you. The material presented in this commercial is provided for informational purposes only and is based upon information that is considered to be reliable. This material is not intended as an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security or other financial instrument. Securities or other financial instruments mentioned in this material are not suitable for all investors. Any opinions expressed herein are given in good faith, are subject to change without notice, and are only intended at the moment of their issue as conditions quickly change. Phil, a regular guest on Bloomberg Canada's Money Talk, with a recent public platform average of over 100% annual gain, said, "Don't gamble with your investments, be the house, not the gambler." At philstockworld.com, a top stock market investment site in the U.S. and ranked most influential stock market professional with almost 500,000 Twitter followers. Visit www.philstockworld.com for more information.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Hemp Boca Show here at the heart of Delray Gallery in Delray Beach. And we're here with Christopher Ronzo, my co-host, and also with Andy Davis of Experian Travels. Thank you for being here, Andy.
Thank you.
Yes, great.
It's a pleasure.
So tell us what you were just
We were just talking about all these trips that you have on the calendar.
Yeah, there's just so much information. But we talked a little bit about cruising, and of course, there's a lot of land vacations also to think about. There's the nice thing about cruise planners, really with any destination, even if you're on a cruise, actually, is that we actually have our own tour company, which specializes in smaller groups. So if you've ever been on a cruise, I know you've only been on one, but if you've been on cruises,
Yes, I have. Yes.
they have, obviously a lot of shore excursions for sale when you're on there, but it tends to be overcrowded when you go. You're with 150 to 200 people or more sometimes on the same tour. With cruise planners and our connection with this company called Shore Trips, they are literally situated all over the world, and they can whittle it down to just a private tour for one or a very small group. Wow. And also customize it so where you're not following the rest of the people on the tour.
Right.
And another cool thing about this travel business that I like is the ability we have, I'm not going to tell you how, but we have the ability, we actually can look at any destination in the world and let you know how many people are going to be landing there on a cruise ship, not any other kind of travel, but on a cruise ship in that day.
Oh, so you can avoid that.
You can avoid large crowds, which is another thing when you're dealing with somebody to, travel agency to book your cruise.
Do you also provide like limo or car services too within the travel?
Anything anybody desires.
Everything.
You want a donkey? We can do that. Yeah.
Want to ride a horse?
Whatever you want to do. There was somebody called up the other day wanting to fly an F-16, and we can make that happen. So anything you want to do.
All you have to do is just have a black MX.
That's it.
That's it.
Or
That's all you need.
Again,
or a deep bank account with a debit card. Yeah.
We're here with Andy Davis, ExperienTravel.com. He's one of the co-owners. What's the phone number that they can reach out?
Yeah, the direct phone line is 561-501-6196.
Oh.
Yes, and also, if anyone would like to go on our website, you want to learn a little bit more about our products or just read about some education, just, some knowledge, go to hempboca.com. It's hempboca.com. We've got our new line of Balanced Sport coming out with no THC. So just please check that out. Chris and I have been working really, really hard and strenuously, and it should be out probably within the month.
Yeah. Probably less than a month, though. But you guys, Andy, I want to touch a little bit with you. Gene and I are so focused on helping as many people as we can with CBD and the opioid epidemic.
Right. Yeah, you were just talking about your friend with her father.
Yeah.
All that medications, and then now he's off of it.
The mother.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Apologize. She's off of all the opioids, and now just taking CBD. How amazing!
She said her mind is clear, everything. Just complete turnaround.
Just goes to show you the power of CBD.
There, Gene, I don't know if you want to touch on a little bit of this, but a little week ago or so, you came across an article where this pharmaceutical lab literally put themselves out there on making synthetic CBD out of yeast and then other chemicals instead of going plant-based. This is their mindset. You said that.
Yes.
You said that.
The mindset of going around because
the natural way.
Cost, right?
Yeah.
No, and then cutting the cost. Also, that's a huge problem with pharmaceuticals. They want to cut cost.
Right.
They'll spend billions and billions of dollars on marketing, but they'll cut costs on the actual, what you're inputting in your body.
The pharmaceutical companies are on track to make over $550 billion by 2020. In conjunction with that, you are then reading, approximately 130 to 140 people die every day.
Yes.
From the opioids that they're making.
Yeah.
But yet their revenue still increases. And think about that, folks. Do you want? Gene said it earlier. We always throw the disclaimer out: consult with your doctor or medical professional before you use CBD. Understandable. But at the end of the day, do you want to spend your insurance money, spend your money, take prescription drugs that that have years and years of data? Thousands of people have died. Thousands of people have become addicted or misused due to using opioids. There's a remarkable percentage of people that have gone into heroin because of their initial stages of using opioids for whatever their symptoms are. Think about that. These are things that can kill you and create an addiction. Anyone out there that disagrees, please call in, challenge us. I want you to find where somebody was addicted to CBD, good CBD, by the way. There's all different types out there. You got to be careful on what CBD products you take. I want stats I want you to show us stats that where people have died from using CBD, from a hemp plant, people. Hemp plant. Remember, plant base. That's what it's all about. History shows that a lot of the things that we've taken in back in the day, hundreds and thousands of years ago. Thousands of years ago. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, hemp growers, people. Come on, the sails of the ships, hemp. The American flag, hemp. Ben Franklin writing on the paper, hemp. Get with the program. This is what it's all about. We've got to make a difference. Reduce this opioid epidemic. Let's all bond together and help each other, help out children, get on the CBD products. Go to hempboca.com, read about. You don't have to buy our products. We just want you to be educated.
Yourself,
go to hempboca.com. Learn about CBD. If you're on CBD right now and you just see 3 big letters, bold letters, and nothing else, you better find your source. You better find out how that was made. You want to know how that CBD product is made. There's a lot of fake stuff out there and synthetics that are going to be used, being created right now. Why? Because they want you to spend a little bit of money so they can make more of the profit on crap that's making man-made in labs. They're not learning their lesson. Well, we can make that difference.
Well said, Chris.
Very passionate.
Yes,
That's
very
great.
passionate.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I just remembered. I actually have another friend in New Jersey who was developing rheumatoid arthritis at a young age. And she was taking whatever kind of pharmaceuticals that she was prescribed, and she started to develop cysts on her ovaries. And it got pretty bad. And she also turned to natural CBD oils, and apparently it's doing wonders for her. She's
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
her
We
cysts
love
aren't-
hearing things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, everything's good in that area, and she's in less pain.
Yeah, even if
Yeah.
they're not using hemp oil, we don't care. We just want to hear stories that people
Right.
are feeling better. People are getting off the opioids, and we have a handful. I mean, we have customers that are telling us that they're no longer taking their painkillers or their opioids. You know, and it just that's what we work hard for
Yeah, it's great.
every day.
Does this work for high blood pressure?
There are studies that show
There's studies
that
that
it
show
reduces the
that.
high blood pressure and blood sugar levels as well.
No, nice.
And we have stevia, the vanilla extract in there. And stevia, when you read on the history of stevia, it is the healthiest or natural sugar.
Right.
And it also it helps with the blood sugar levels and blood pressure levels.
Great.
Right, in diabetics.
Right.
Yes.
So,
Perfect.
but
No, it is. Well, as you can see how Chris, my co-host, so proud of him. Very passionate. No, it is so true to what you say. It is heart-wrenching of what's going on.
Look at some of the stuff we have here, Gene, on like the third page.
studies.
Yeah, I mean this is ridiculous. And back in just in the 1990s, that's not a long time ago. The pharmaceutical companies, they put it out there to make people believe that the opioids were non-addictive, right? And it was not too long after that, in 1999, only less than 10 years later, that studies are being shown, you know, all these tests about how many people are starting to now get addicted to opioids. 70,000 deaths alone in just 2017.
Overdosed in opioids.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. 700,000 people have died from opioid overdose from 1999 to 2017.
Yeah, you have to dig for these stats.
Sure.
You know, it's not front page news.
I have a great idea.
Tell us.
Let's do a CBD cruise.
That would be great.
That's,
That's
I'm telling you, bring awareness.
Bring
That'd be
awareness.
great.
Opioid
Yeah.
and the opioid epidemic. We are
Yeah.
like 100% in on that.
Yeah, I think that's
Whatever-
a great idea. We can definitely make that happen.
okay.
We need to sit down
All right,
and have a
Andy,
meeting
you
about
are
that.
the ambassador of
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Since
But you know
are-
what
that's
we're
your
trying to do
expertise.
too, Andy, is we're trying to get into addiction centers, assisted living facilities. How
we've heard horror
the
stories
conversation
in that.
we just had last week?
Oh my goodness.
It's horrible.
It's
Yeah.
horrible.
I actually still perform in a lot of those places, so
Aw.
yeah, I see it all the time. I try to volunteer my time there. Yeah, it's tough. A
No,
lot
we
of-
spoke
it's just
with-
fogged over by medication. They don't know where they are, who they are anymore. It's,
Yeah.
getting them off of that would be excellent.
Right, and we had a meeting with a gentleman last week, and he oversees some, elderly facilities, and he said that there has been reports that, no, actually it was his personal experience that he had visited this elderly, was it a gentleman, an elderly gentleman, I believe, that they have told him that he would not leave his room for 3 years.
Oh
Since
boy.
being there. He's drugged out. He will not talk to anyone. He would just sit in his room
Yeah.
in a wheelchair. If he needs to go, I guess, see a doctor, they would, have to wheel him.
Right.
He would not walk himself. And he would try to get him to go outside because with all these medications.
Yeah.
And people aren't, giving that attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that his son or sibling are living out of state, so they
Right.
don't come visit him often.
Right.
So that's just one case
Well,
where
it's similar to my friend's mother, who really everybody else in the family and all her friends were writing her off as that's it. She's going to live at home with her daughter from now on and have to be under 24-hour managed care.
Right.
And there you go. She's back home living on her own now. So
Look at that.
Well,
it's amazing.
I want
to get the word out there.
Yeah, I also, because we're talking about a lot of information in the statistics, right? But it's also important to know where we're getting the statistics from, right? So people can go reference themselves. Thank you to Department of Health and Human Services, who they do a lot of research. They're the ones that came out just in 2018, last year, about the crisis, the opioid crisis, and what they're wanting to do, and now they're recognizing, and I do believe that department and many others like it are going to look into CBD and how it is, and help support legalization across the board of 50 states. I mean, come on, politicians, what the hell are you doing? These are natural products. Natural products. Stop fighting it. Get away from the pharmaceuticals that are killing people. Could be people that you know, relatives, friends, what have you. And also for the Center of CDC or Center of Disease Control, it's another great place to go. Go to their website. They're all about learning different ways of preventing or reducing or ending the opioid epidemic.
Good job, Chris. Researching that.
Well,
appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
So passionate.
Hey.
Well, we're going
the
to.
Italian comes out of
Yeah, well, that's not the little giddy just keeps jumping up and down.
We're going to go for another break, and when we come back, we'll talk more into the opioid epidemic and how it's ended. And if you'd like to call in the studio and chime in on what we're talking about, give us a call at 888-994-4995 or visit our website at hempoka.com, and we'll be right back.
Experian Travel, a subsidiary of Cruise Planners Travel Advisor, is merely a selling agency and makes no warranty expressed or implied. Each cruise planners is individually owned and operated. Experian Travels and Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and a very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. Our travel advisors will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. We specialize in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation just for you. The material presented in this commercial is provided for informational purposes only and is based upon information that is considered to be reliable. This material is not intended as an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security or other financial instrument. Securities or other financial instruments mentioned in this material are not suitable for all investors. Any opinions expressed herein are given in good faith, are subject to change without notice, and are only intended at the moment of their issue as conditions quickly change. Phil, a regular guest on Bloomberg Canada's Money Talk, with a recent public platform average over 100% annual gain, said, "Don't gamble with your investments, be the house, not the gambler." At philstockworld.com, a top stock market investment site in the U.S. and ranked most influential stock market professional with almost 500,000 Twitter followers, visit www.philstockworld.com for more information.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hemp Focus Show with Chris, Jean, and Mr. Andy Davis with Experian Travel.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
We just got done with Chris steaming, passionate Italian, talking about the opioids.
It's
epidemic,
my opinion,
so
right?
it is your opinion.
It's my opinion.
You're entitled to your opinion.
That's right.
Of course.
But yeah, so
on a lighter note, let's get on a lighter note. Let's have some fun for the last 12 minutes.
Well, let's talk about Hempoka. I mean, what we're doing and what our goals are, and we're going to be having some meetings coming up on people that are interested in having us do some presentations. You can learn more about CBD.
Yes, we want to get into the recovery centers,
health benefits,
the elderly, facilities, places like that. So if anyone can help us introduce us into some of those facilities, please reach out to us. You can go to hempoka.com or give us a call at 561-330-5655.
That's great, I know. And there are a lot of, the assisted living facilities too. That's important as well. That is something that I believe, if you look at the demographics of CBD sales, a lot of elderly or baby boomers tend to invest more in the CBD products than the
there's
millennials.
A gap there. There's a gap
Right.
between that.
Right. Generation X, that's where the struggle is.
Sure.
But as far as millennials and baby boomers, is where you see that there are more sales in CBD products. So
yeah, but millennials, as Freddie was mentioning, they're in college. They're always stressed out on, they have a lot of responsibility as far as being in college, and then the pressure of having good grades and knowing what they want for their future. So there's a lot of stress there. I think as he was saying, that a lot of them drink Red Bull, or they take what is that?
Ritalin. Oh yeah.
What is it?
Ritalin?
Ritalin, yes.
Ritalin.
And then other thing, to keep them,
focus,
and,
on their work. But
right.
there's always side effects to everything.
Yeah.
With CBD, there's little to no side effects on this. This is all natural. We only have 3 ingredients in there, so it's from seed to shelf.
Yeah, and there's a couple of side effects that may occur, right? May happen. And the 2 most popular one is having cotton mouth or dry mouth, or a nausea or an upset stomach, because it depends on what type of carrier oil is in the CBD product. Like we have the MCT fractionated coconut oil. There are some people out there that may have, are very sensitive to coconut or stuff, so this product may not be beneficial to them. They'll tend to look for ones that are carry oil of hemp seed carry oil, or palm, or like an olive oil base.
Right.
Correct.
So it's also very good to, again, do your due diligence. And listen, our product is not for everybody.
No.
That's not what we're saying.
Not at all. And it does not help with everything.
Exactly.
So always consult with your professional physicians before you taking any CBD oil.
Don't you think maybe the stigma, which probably just requires education, is that you think you're probably taking THC, or there's going to be traces in it. So when you talk about that gap of the age, maybe those are people who are thinking about, I'm about to enter the workforce, and I'm going to be drug tested.
That is so true. You're absolutely. I think that is a good point.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we came out with this new line.
THC.
Yeah,
correct.
Because we can say that this will not show up on a drug test.
Right.
The Hemp line, because of even though we're not exceeding the 0.3%, the disclaimer is that it may.
Right.
It's just different. And they're non-psychoactive also.
Sure.
That's also important, because a lot of people, I think, they believe that they're going to get a high.
Right.
Remember we were in Miami about a month or so ago. We were going around and just sharing our information. And there were a couple of people that worked in hospitality, and I asked them, so we'd be interested in reading some literature about hemp ochre and CBD. And I remember one, she was a waitress, and one said, "Oh no, I don't do drugs, and I've never been high before."
Right.
We hear that a lot.
Little things like that.
Sure.
And I understand. I took her aside. I said, "Listen, I understand your perception and all, but actually we're in the our products are from the hemp plant."
Right.
And I kind of. And she was very interested, took the brochure, would have it, and that's great, that's fine. That's what we all want. We just want to try to get education out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, when we were in break, like a couple breaks ago, you were mentioning about the rail
vacations.
The rail.
Yeah.
Can you go into that more detail? Because I'd like our listeners, audience out there, to hear about this.
Sure. I think, at the end of the day, people, with families, they may be all vacationed out. Like, I've done cruises. I don't want to do that anymore.
Exactly.
I've gone to this place. I've gone to that place. And I think something to think about is a couple of these rail vacations that are really cool. There's one called the Rocky Mountaineer. I just want to get the name right because I keep saying it wrong. Yes, it's called the Rocky Mountaineer, and they're an exclusive travel partner with Cruise Planners and ExperienTravel.com. And they start in the western part of Canada, go through the Rocky Mountains. Some of the trails will actually dip into the United States and then go back up into Canada. And they have, they're very high-end, very luxurious trains, the vistas, the views, waterfalls and mountains, and one of them is called a cloud train, which actually, is over 5,000 feet in the air at some point. So you're riding through the clouds and stunning panoramic views from the cars. But you don't sleep on the train, which I like. You stay in a 5-star hotel along the way.
Oh, that's great.
That's a nice trip.
That is
great. They start anywhere, I don't know if I said it, from 4 days up to 11 days. It's
That
not cheap.
sounds
It starts around
right.
$3,500 a person. And then the ultimate train ride, which people think maybe doesn't even exist anymore, but it very much does. This you'd have to call me directly for pricing. Is the Orient Express is still a thing. It still exists, and that is absolutely.
How many years?
So from 1812.
Gosh,
maybe.
do you remember the movies back then?
Yeah, they made 2
Orient
movies. I
Express?
think.
Yes.
Very old.
But it's the height of luxury. Again, not for everybody, but
Right,
there's a ride you can take from Paris, France to Istanbul, Turkey.
Wow.
With many stops along the way.
Yeah,
And
so
then
for those of you who saved up all your life and want to take that once in a lifetime trip.
Yes.
I mean, it is once in a lifetime.
Once in a
you don't
lifetime.
you don't do this every year unless you
might.
you may.
Sell some more CBD oil.
Yeah.
I know, right? So,
Well, that would be something that I would like to enjoy because
Okay,
I
bucket
will
list.
not.
Let's
Yeah,
write
that
it
is a
down.
bucket list. My bucket list for before I can't walk anymore. No, thank you so much, Andy, for being here and sharing with us what you do. And for anyone who would like to, speak to Andy, they can contact you?
So through the website at experientravel.com, or you can call me directly. I'll pick up the phone at 561-501-6196.
Got you there. No, we want to thank everyone. I mean, we're here every week, Tuesday from 2:30 to 3:30, the Hemp Boca Show with Chris and Jean. And sometimes, we'll have guests. Sometimes we won't.
And I want to clarify a couple things. We're getting some feedback, which is great. This is what we want on Facebook. We love it. Negative, positive, support, what have you. But clarify, our passion is to help people get off of opioids. We understand that everyone is different. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a reason of taking an opioid. But what we're trying to educate is just learn about CBD. Just learn about it. Educate yourselves and understand what CBD is all about. There are people out there that probably can't take CBD and they have no choice but taking an opioid. We understand that. Our passion is really just like, hey, we do a lot of research ourselves every day. So we know what we're thinking, what we're talking about. But if any of us may misspoke or say something, it's just passion, okay? We're just trying to get the word out there to educate you that look at the all-natural products that CBD can come from, okay? It's not just Hemp Boca. There are a lot of good companies out there, but do your due diligence on any company or any source that's making that CBD product. I'm just saying, sit back before you fill in that prescription, what have you, learn about CBD. If you have anxiety, stress, or a muscle pain, chronic pain, you sprain an ankle, what have you, before you go and get a painkiller or some opioid, what have you, look into CBD. It's all natural products. That's what the message that Hemp Boca and the Hemp Boca Show is trying to bring to you guys, okay? Thank you so much for your feedback. We love it. Never hard feelings. We want challenges. We want your opinions. You're right. Keep it coming. Support us. Come against us. Whatever you want. Your voice is our ears, and we love it. So thank you very much. Hemp Boca Show. We'll be back next week, next Tuesday, 2:30, 3:30. Located 1440 North Federal in Delray Beach. Come by, say hi, call in, 888-994-4995. Go to hempboca.com, read up all on our products and information. Goodbye.
Thank you and have a great day.
Hemp Boca's full-spectrum clinical-grade products, made in the USA, have proven to help our customers with arthritis, anxiety, canker sores, chronic pain, diabetes, fibromyalgia, hangovers, stress, sleep, and more. Studies have also shown CBD does assist with some side effects of cancer remissions and epilepsy. We strive to help as many people to live a healthy lifestyle by reducing the consumption of harmful and addictive prescribed drugs. At Hemp Boca, we are transparent when it comes to our products. We are ethical in what we do, so please be aware for mislabeling. Fake or synthetic products. Have peace of mind dealing with a company that cares about your health and best interest. Please visit us at hempboca.com or call 1-844-385-1588 for more information or purchase products. A pure organic way to natural remedies. hempboca.com. Thank you for listening to the Hemp Boca Show.